Okay, YouTube, this is going to be a video on right-left divide and why you should stop blaming immigrants and start blaming the richest 1% of the American population, your owners, your rulers, the ruling class for your problems. Stop blaming immigrants. Stop blaming black people. And on the other end of that, on the left wing, stop blaming white men. It's not that simple. It's a much more complicated issue than any of that. But I saw on Tucker Carlson, I'll tell you, I like the guy. I don't agree with everything he says. I don't agree with him about immigration primarily, but I like listening to him. He makes a lot of sense. He tells you some truth, at least some of the time, and that's more than you can ask for in this country anymore. So I like the man, I like the guy. But he talked about they were spending some amount of money. I'm not going to pretend to know what amount of money because I don't remember, but it's taxpayers' money to destroy. I think it was a memorial, some kind of what they call it, like pretty much graffiti. I think, more or less. Let's be honest. I forget the other word. Don't ask why. About George Washington, and it had been up for a long time, and it I'm not sure if it's coming from really rather a conservative point of view or a liberal point of view, because supposedly this was of more negative things he did. So this might have actually been in some kind of parody of him. But either way, it doesn't matter. It shouldn't be removed or, whatever is a part of history. And believe me, I can understand wanting to get rid of certain parts of history. I talked about genital mutilation. I don't like that. I almost want to forget that or erase that from the human memory. There is a part of me that wants to do that. There is a part of me that wants to really start over. There is a part of me that does want that kind of year one concept. Like it's almost like Rosemary's Baby. If you've ever seen that, the year is one. God is dead, Satan lives. The year is one. And that's a weird sidetrack, but the point is, I like the founding fathers. They were imperfect men with imperfect beliefs, but they fucking provided a great groundwork to build upon to help us get to the future that we can have, though somehow we, being the idiots that we are in the modern age, we still have not reached that yet. But they provided the groundwork. They provided the net, the rope to help carry us ashore to what can be, agrarian age, pretty much, the age of Thelema. And we can get there, but we have to start taking steps and working hard to take those steps to make the changes that need to be made. But because I like the founding fathers and George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, who was a liberal, by the way, Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Paine, these people, because of that, I suppose that makes me some form of fucking right-wing evil Nazi, because I don't condemn the entire fucking founding of the country and the revolution that helped propel us to where we're at because of some bad ideals. And I support and respect an imperfect doctrine that were founded on perfect principles, the Constitution and Bill of Rights of the United States. And because I think that is the direction this country needs to go in. And by the way, I also support the French Revolution and the French revolutionaries and people like Maximilian Robespierre and different people. And I studied Trotsky. I was a fan of Trotsky in Russia. I liked him for a while there. I have read the Communist Manifesto. I can't exactly memorize this shit. It's not like the back of my hand or anything, because it's been a while since I've read this shit. But I have read the Communist Manifesto because I think it's important to read what the fuck I'm talking about. Whether I'm in favor or against it, it's kind of important to know what you're speaking of. So I have actually read the Communist Manifesto front to back multiple times. So I guess that makes me some kind of far left wing, not communist. But at the end of the fucking day, what I support and what I have always supported is the proletariat mass, the people, you lemmings, and the people among you that see what's going on, actually goddamn striving to make a way forward, to make a better world for our children and for the people coming after us. And what I see instead is a world for the younger generations of people now, not only those in their early 20s, but especially for those teenagers and people in their child ages God help them, who have to inherit this hell that you're creating. It's going to be even worse than the one that I have. But moving on from that, you're blaming immigrants because rich people are collapsing economies around the world with their bullshit vulture capitalist policies and bombing out nations wholesale, killing them, bombing their homes so they have nowhere else to go, so they come here. Here is what you do if you want to solve the immigration problem. You open the fucking borders, or I'll give you a better favor, you conservatives out there, so you don't think I'm just attacking you, because I'm not. And I'm certainly not attacking Trump because I don't dislike Trump. I actually do like Trump quite a lot. I like him a hell of a lot better than I do most of you. You build a big wall with a door. You build a big open door right in the fucking middle of it. You know what that does? When they come in, a proper file line, come on in, and you do a background check so you know who the hell's coming in. And then if they're not a murderer or some other weird shit, hey, you're welcome, free to stay, legal citizen. You legalize them, national citizens. They're completely legal. They are American citizens from that point on. And do you know what that's going to do? All these rich cocksuckers that are working them for fucking pennies on the dollar in peanuts, instead of you, by the way, can't do that anymore. And do you know what that does? It free up jobs for whoever the hell is best to get the job. So if you're in the lower class, they're not going to hire them anymore for less fucking money. Do you know why that is? Because they're not saving any damn money. So they might get the job, you might get the job, the black guy down the road might get the job, Asian person might get the job, any race, any creed, any nationality might get the job. And while you're doing this, by the way, raise the fucking national minimum wage. Don't raise pay gaps and worry about pay gaps and all the women making less than the men. Just raise the fucking wages for everyone to the exact same thing so that everyone gets paid the same. So that men and women get paid much more than even the women would be if you raised it by like 20 cents or some crap. No, raise it by much more than that, like we should be doing, to $15 and something an hour, and tell these rich cocksuckers that if you want to send your jobs overseas so you can work children in sweatshops for little to no money, you can do that and you can go over there with them. And then, by the way, when they fucking rise up and they drive your asses out of there, okay, because you're oppressing and exploiting them, hey, guess what, asshole? You can stay over there. We're not taking you back in. Watch and see how much of all your problems go away and everyone lives a better life. That's your freaking solution, and that's what they want to distract from. They are afraid to death of that. If they are afraid of humanists and people like me, the Luciferian torch bearers that want to bring light, leading the way into a brighter, better future for all of the human species. A way forward out of this fucking chaotic primal darkness that these capitalist cocksucker yuppies have fucking put you in. And I said yuppie, not hippie. I like hippies. That's a different story. The point is, they are fucking you, they fucked me, they're fucking us, and it's time to fuck them back. P666.